Hello, this is Ogma001 and we are back for some more Tasty Planet. So as you can see, we are back to some semblance of normality as we continue to get back into some sort of rhythm, I don't know, well, schedule. Let's get right off with some more of the space levels, because space levels are incredibly fun. If you're wondering why I just sort of stopped there, that was because I had to adjust my volumes, because my speakers were all like, "I'ma rape your ears," because, I don't know, they wanted to rape my ears. And we shall venture forth once more into the great abyss as we collect little bits of dust. So we can consume bigger bits of dust and eventually consume the universe and everything, because that is the ultimate goal. But baby steps, baby steps. We still need to devour the universe, then the galaxy, or whichever way round it goes. I'm not a spaceologist, I'm just a simple boy, man, child, any combination of the above. Boy, man, child is the best description I can give you. But yes, as you can you can't till me. I am not a crop. As far as you're concerned, I could very well be a crop. Leave me alone. Fight the power. But yes, we are trying to destroy these suns, and I am completely failing at that. I'm not sure. I'm just not getting big very quickly. Get out. I'm not. Jesus. Okay, that told me off. I will start cutting deaths out after this one, although I shouldn't die too much now, because I had my little slap on the wrist and the game was all like, "Watch what you're doing!" Because my hair is not an excuse, and if you've seen the video I put up of me fixing a computer, well, not fixing a computer, butchering the little bastard, then you'll know about my mane. It's beautiful, it's beautiful. Although apparently a lot of members of the VA seem to have a beautiful mane. So it's quite well crafted. Yes, it does tend to get in the way of things when you're trying to record. And no, I won't be so undignified as to use some form of plastic band to keep it back, and oh my god, I need to stop living on the edge of tomorrow. I don't know how you can live on the edge of tomorrow, it just, first thing that came into my head, I've been listening to some really weird music, but that's neither here nor there. We need to eat these rocks as fast as we can. So the best way to do that is really to try and follow the arrows. Arrows lead to chunks of rock lead to increase in size equal good. Or something like that. Yum yum. We need to devour the rocks are evil. The rocks are a lie. But yes, space rocks are important to your survival in the game, because the more space rocks you eat, the bigger you get, and the more spacey you are. The more spacey you are, the more likely you are to devour things. So we need to become as large as we can. But that's sort of the premise of the entire game. The only difference is we're in space, and they're not asteroids, they're meteorites. There's probably some difference. And that was some insane dodging there. I was bricking it. I was shitting a brick, but luckily we didn't. For those of you who don't know what shitting a brick is, it's maybe a British term. I don't know. I don't fucking know what you kids are calling it these days. I was about to brick it, but yeah. I don't know what you kids are calling it these days. Ow, that noise hurts me. What were they called? Lighter entities. Entities of mass. Yes, we're almost a minute more, and I don't get a chance to read them, but we're still not the biggest, so we do need to watch out a bit. I believe it was light entity. Yes, energy entity even. It's an energy entity! We are consuming energy entities for the greater good of Ishkabob, because that's obviously the demon god that summoned me, Ishkabob. But yes, we got silver there, which isn't too shabby. We got, yeah, that'll give you a readout if you're that interested, which you're probably not because you're watching this. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's continue to fuck shit up. So, as you can see, there are only big asteroids left, and you can start to see a noticeable increase in size. Hopefully, we'll get big enough to eat those blue things, and then we'll be able to fuck shit up like it's 1999, because that's the date where shit was fucked up the most, according to history books. I'm a doctor of doctorology. I've said this 1,000 times. If you don't grasp that concept, then I pity you, because I've got 99 problems, and a bitch ain't one. I don't know why I just said that. No, I lost mass. I need to gain that mass back quickly, or dire consequences will happen if I don't gain mass. See, that's how you gain mass. You make them go, yum yum. Let go. I know, I'm just making weird noises. My name is the Uggle Uggle Shingle. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just going to shut up and eat. I'm not going to shut up because that would defeat the purpose of commentary. Instead, I'm going to tell you that we are increasing in size at a rapid enough rate that we should beat the level, providing I don't fuck it up, which, well, the odds of that are, yeah, well, you know the odds of me fucking up. It's strangely high. I can be competent when I choose to be. I mean, you've seen semblance of competence before, but more often than not, stress gets to me, people are watching, and I'm like, ah! And hilarity ensues, because let's face it, this wouldn't be half as interesting if I did well. Although I am actually doing quite well throughout this series, I haven't died a whole deal. Normally I stop before I get to ah! And rage, because I don't know, I'm not that entertaining when I'm just going, fuck my life, because I tend to get all moody. Yeah, I've been sleeping better, which is good, which means I'm more sane, I think. I don't know. I've sort of been losing the grip of what sanity is anymore. I don't fucking know. Yes, this will be my memoirs of sanity that will keep me sane as I don't know. I'm just trying to say shit. Maybe you'll find it interesting, maybe you won't, and I believe that's how this entire system works. And then the people who do find this shit interesting watch it and subscribe, and then they watch it. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just saying how YouTube works, which isn't helpful to anyone, because I'm relatively sure you know how it works, especially if you're watching obscure shit like this, because let's face it, not exactly mainstream here. I'm not exactly the well-known part of YouTube. This is the weird part of YouTube. You've entered the psychotic domain of Ogma. I might have to change my channel name to that, actually. The psychotic domain of Ogma. Abandon all hope, you who entered here. Well, we might make it, actually. I didn't think we would. We need to get 32, so hopefully a few big uns and we should be golden. But we will. There we go. We've got 12 seconds to. There we go. Delicious. Delicious pie. We have consumed delicious pie. We have not consumed delicious pie, but we have significantly bigger, which is a good thing. Because, oh my god, they've got lasers! Yes, so these are like space police now. We are now dealing with space police. Space police have lasers and yes, most irritating. I hate space lasers. They're the worst kind of lasers. Well, the best kind, depending on if you're an Earthican or a Blobican. Blobicans hate them. It's their natural enemy. But laser equal bad. Avoid lasers. Oh shit, they're not too hard to avoid if you're you've got any semblance of skill, which you'll see I occasionally have. Like, I seem to be able to dodge these blasts now, but it gets a bit woo. Especially if you cause them to spin out like that and they go crazy, which is funny as shit. But yeah, I don't know, I enjoy making the blue bastards spin out. It's quite fun. It's quite fun. True story. Oh, whoa, ninja. Yeah, the amount of fun I've had with this game for how much I paid for it. I think I paid a couple quid in the end because I got it on sale, and I would have said it was definitely worth it. It's a fun game, and I'm still enjoying it now. I mean, I've beaten it twice probably now, and I haven't really played the second one, but I'm going to play it a bit more before I show you folks at home what's going on, because I play stuff before I show you, because otherwise I can't give my honest opinion on how I think it is. Like, I would say this game does have some very cheap aspects to it, as I've mentioned before. You know, the whole, it reuses a lot of art assets in each level and stretches things out instead of keeping it into one big nice super level. If you're looking for a really high fidelity version of this, I would recommend you check out Feeding Frenzy. That is another game very similar to this that I adore. A funny thing about Feeding Frenzy is, when I was a kid I didn't have a credit card, so of course I couldn't buy games like Feeding Frenzy, and I managed to get the game and beat the entire thing within the hour free trial. I was such a nerd, but I bossed it. Oh. Memories of that game, man. Feeding Frenzy, if you haven't seen it, I recommend you check it out. There we go. See, I'm pro. I'm too pro for them. Although I did get hit quite a few times there, but still, too pro for him. They're sending more super spaceships after us. It's satisfying getting the jump on them. They're relatively easy to avoid as long as you keep moving and keep them spinning. If they're spinning, they're a lot less likely to hit you, which is nice. So yes, this is the goal of this level, is to destroy the space station, because the space station is evil. Evil source. True story, believe it or not. Yes, we need to eat meteorites, because meteorites are sort of the basis, the ground level thing we need to consume. Once we consume enough of them, we can eat the, I forget what they're called, capsule thingies. I'm sure there's a scientific name that you'll go, ah yeah, space capsules, that's exactly what they were. See, I was right, I'm not just some bumbling fool on the interwebs. Well, that's exactly what I am, but that's not the point. It's exactly the point. Stop contradicting yourself, you fool. You cretin. Wow, I'm getting pretty violent with myself. I'm sorry, me. I will take you out for dinner sometime. We will have a glorious dinner together, I think. Well, how do you like the sound of that? Well, I do enjoy the sound of it. Talking to myself and offering myself food over the internet is fantastic. It's nice. We're coming to the end of this. We've gotten quite a ways through, actually. We're now in the space sections, which, I don't know, it's one of my favourite sections just because of the amount of shit you get to eat. And of course, there's the dumb AI that's just crashing into each other left, right and centre. That makes for all kind of hilarious moments. There we go. Although I'm not quite sure there's this much in space, you know, there's people knocking around, flying around, all the different nations are trolling each other in space. And being going like, I've got a space station and rockets and, oh my god, it's goo. That's what we are. We're a cleaning agent. I am cleaning the dirt. The dirt is life. Life is dirt. Or some shit like that. Well, it's nice that there's no powers that be that are like, maybe this bad. No, we're just fucking shit up. There we go. Oh no. We've got 2 minutes. We should be golden. Not that we're going to get a gold. We should be golden as in our status should not be fucked up, and we're not going to go, oh holy shit, we're running out of time. We do need to destroy the space station because the space station is evil. I don't quite like the artwork on the space station, although the artwork as a whole is quite simple and cartoonish, but the whole aesthetic works, which is the key thing. Because you can't expect high fidelity graphics from indie developers because it's just not fair. They don't have the money to throw at it. What you can expect from an indie developer is a well thought out graphical style, which is what this game has. Because you have to admit, the art style is consistent and it creates an effect, and I don't know what anyone else's opinion on how the game makes them feel, but I find it a very surrealist game. It's just so relaxing and morbid at the same time. I mean, I've emphasized how morbid this game is because I've said it hundreds of times, but the implications of what the fuck I've just done. There's families and shit, and people are dying, children are crying, strange tall men are crying. I don't know, I imagine I'd be crying. I consider myself tall and male in gender. I don't consider myself a lady. Oh, Jesus. I mean, indiscriminate deity X. There, see? I'm being, like, sensitive to people. Which is not something I'm normally good at. There we go. Fantastic. I think we'll go for one more level, and we're almost at Cosmos. Cosmos! Can we fuck up planets yet? Planetside? Oh no, it's UFO time, of course. Yep, there are UFOs in the game, which is kinda hilarious. I don't know if you find it hilarious or not, but I do, and to be honest, that's all that matters. I remember this level being particularly hard, but I'm perfectly honest, it can be a bit of a pain in the bum. It could be mildly irritating, but we should be able to get through it no problem. It's another one where you just need to keep moving, or they will hit you because they're quite accurate with those laser beams. They know where to hit them effectively, which I guess is good programming by the AI. But again, movement, dodging, and you should be fine. It's not exactly a bullet hell. If it was a bullet hell, there would be much more tears. I would be panicking, and the entire situation would be, ah, shit, he shot me. That, yeah, being shot is a pain in the fucking ass because it shrinks you, makes you tiny, and you can't even hit the bastard because that happens. So yes, we are going to get very scarce on time. Hopefully I won't fuck it up too much more. We will keep getting bigger things. We just need to make sure we constantly moving, because being still is a bad plan. Moving is a good plan, because that's generally how things work in games where projectiles are moving towards you at high velocities. Yes, but as long as we keep moving, we should be okay. Ah, damn it, I wanted that big piece of rock. Well, it wasn't big, but it's bigger. There we go. There we go. We're getting bigger. We're getting decent-sized rocks now. I'm starting to get disorientated, actually. This is a very odd feeling I'm feeling right now. I'm starting to lose my sense of where I am, which it's not good because it means I'm prone to getting hit, but I do find that about these levels where you have to be a bit more active, as they can be very disorientating, and my vision is starting to like flare out of control and go, "Stop this shit, what the hell is going on?" Yes, as you get bigger it does mean you have more of a chance to sort of save yourself, because you can fly into some big rocks and the game will save you, because flying into big rocks will increase your mass big enough to withstand those hits. Because withstanding hits is good. Stop hitting me! It's bad! Bullies. Bully UFOs. There we go. It's always nice to get into a big cluster like that. And now we can even eat the UFOs, and all is good within the Milky Way. So now all we need to do is make sure we fuck up enough shit that the game won't be like, "You're too small, too puny, do not want. Develop some biceps, you skinny prick." There we go. It's always satisfying double hits like that. Hopefully we will just get a few good hits like that. We're almost there. There we go, delicious, and we made it. So, this has been Ogma 001. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Thanks for watching.